What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Monday. Busy Monday, and I'm trying to find. Okay, I found it. I found my. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, let me get back to finding my stuff. I finally found. I can't wait to get this day started, ladies and gentlemen. Had a great weekend, fun weekend this weekend. I think I'm missing something. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, my vitals are on. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Let me share the show. Okay. Let me share the show. I see my boys on there. I see my dude's in there. Let me share the show myself personally. Let me get my stuff together, man. I was a little bit behind, but I was listening to something and I had to listen to it to make sure was that the right thing I was listening to. And before I share with y'all, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if I have time to share that a little bit later. But let's get active. Let's get active. Shout out to Foley. Foley, great job yesterday, man. Shout out to Jim Hicks and Sandra and Terry and Terrence and everybody who worked the event this weekend, the Super 16. I call it the Sweet 16. And somebody interviewed me. I called it the Sweet 16. I said, yeah, it's super and sweet at the same time. But I I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I thoroughly but over the weekend I haven't stopped being able to think about Kyron Lacey. And we'll talk about it through, but the young man been going through my mind so much, so much. Oh, I got to see Jeremy J. Johnson. I got to finally meet him yesterday, man. See, that's what I miss about going to those events. And I wish I could have stayed there all day, but I was trying to play a little golf. I was trying to do whatever. One thing I like about that place out there, the golf course right around the corner. And you go play a little bit, then go out your game, go back. So, but that was a good thing. That was a good thing. But shout out to everybody that was involved. Great event. The small times I was there, I went to see a certain player. I wanted to see a certain player play, and got a chance to see him play, and I enjoyed what I saw. Thad Moody, you know my thing, you know my mantra. I see you play a year ago. I see you play 6 months ago, and I come back and see you again. This young player got better the second time I saw him. Hey man, Jerry, Sonya, what's up, man? Y'all get so much this weekend. Can I just take you through my weekend? On Friday, what was it? Saturday night. Wait a minute. Saturday in the daytime. Wait a minute. I went to the Sweet Super 16s, but that night I went by TSU played against Pine Bluff, and they opened up a can of whoopers. I got to see Big Coach yesterday's out there. King Sticks, I didn't see you when I was out there. Let's see. But I enjoyed myself. I love that they had a place if you can sit upstairs and watch down. I said, no, I want to be right here in the thick of it. I stood right there next to Cy Springs. I think Cy Springs, their bench. And then Booker T. Washington was playing on this court, on one court. Cy Springs and Beaumont Westbrook was on one court. And who was that? Who played against? And Summer Creek and Booker T. Washington. I mean, just two exciting little games. That's the only game I really got a chance to see. Got a chance to see some other people, but bits and pieces. But y'all, let me tell you something. One thing I do like about going to those games like that and going to those situations like that is I get a chance to hear what people say. Yes, I went to the game. I saw Michael Abilis' Sonya's wife, husband, he up in there in the building. TSU brought out a can. Y'all, TSU whooped Arkansas Pine Bluff 51-7. And the stadium, we didn't have our own stadium because the soccer was playing in that stadium. So we had to borrow, who was that? Houston, what's the name of it now? Houston Christian University. Yeah, it used to be HBU, Houston Christian University. We borrowed that stadium. And TSU look good, man. I can't wait. That man said Tyrone Juice Wooden. I didn't see Tyrone Juice Wooden. What team did he play on? I didn't see him. I didn't see him. Sonya Mike, my best friend now. That's my partner. Hey, I know y'all feeling good today. The Texas went and took care of their business over the weekend, man. I was proud of them. They pulled out a can of whoopers on my guys. Tyree, you said Tyree Juice Wooden squad. Tell me what you're talking about. Oh, Beaumont Westbrook gonna be good. Oh my goodness, Beaumont Westbrook gonna be. They're gonna be the killer. That killer didn't play. Y'all don't understand. The killer still hurt. Wait till the killer get back. Y'all, it matters. It matters when you ain't got your dude. Juice, I didn't see no Juice Wooden. I didn't see Juice Wooden. Juice Wooden, see, this is what I don't understand about y'all. I can't, if I don't, listen, if Juice or his parents or Squad ENT, if y'all had to email me at, hold on, Chop Shop HTX at gmail.com and say, I want you to send, then I would have came to send. I wasn't going to be out there all day. That ain't my job. That's Doug's and Jimmy's and them job. That ain't my job. I wanted to see one person. I came out there to see one person play. And I saw him play, but I wound up seeing other kids. So I don't know who 12 for Klein Oak, because I didn't see Klein Oak play. I didn't see him. I watched the Booker T. Washington Summer Creek game on this floor, and I positioned myself where I watched both games, and then I saw Beaumont Westbrook and Side Springs. I saw them and I enjoyed them. But I did that. Those are the only teams I saw. So you can sit up there. So Juice Wooden, Klein Oak, I understand. I don't know. I ain't never seen him. He can't be my nephew if I ain't seen him. Y'all need to tell me if y'all want me to come. See, y'all got to realize the right people saw him. Doug and Jimmy, they saw him. I didn't see. I told you I came from a special product called to do what time your son play. And because I wanted to see him play, because I've seen him in the gym. I've seen him, I've seen him progress. And I watched him and I said, oh my goodness. When a guy get this good 6 months ago and he gets this, then I can't wait to see him the next 6 months. I can't wait to see him the next 6 months. We just had, I just enjoyed Booker T. Washington, little Dixon, Aaron Dixon, little Lefty. Okay, somebody telling me, yeah, but I'm just saying I didn't see him, so I can't report on nobody. I can't see. I didn't get a chance. Okay, Bryce Campbell is a player. I didn't really watch him. Because by that time, y'all, I got interrupted by Dwayne Rogers. And Dwayne Rogers, we was in there just talking about players. Let me tell you something. You know what I've learned? I've learned, Mr. Bartholomew, me, Mr. Bartholomew, Eric Harrison, Terrence Foley, Brian Boatwright, King Sticks, all of us can go to a game. All of us. Darryl Barnes, we can go to a game and listen, hear me on this one. It's all right that you see the game through your lens, how you see the game. I see the game different. But you can't get mad at me because I don't agree with I don't never get mad at nobody. Man, I sit there and had the fun this time with a guy. I've seen him, but I don't know him. Coach, I don't know your name. One assistant coach at Baytown Town League. I see him all the time. Y'all hold up one time. Let me hold up. Coach. So he had, so I don't know how we got on the subject. I don't know. You know what? It's perspectives, but it's your lens. You see the game different. He said, I think they need to understand Robert rules of looking at basketball. No, they don't. I'm gonna give them you my rules because that's my job to give you my rules. But I like when people have, listen to me. I like when people have a difference of opinion of me. I really, really, really like it. I really. Listen. Let me repeat it. I love it. Cause you gonna make me say something. Kyle Cole, I love when you have a different opinion of me. They was in there talking, Kyle. They was in there, so they go ask. See, in parents and supporters, just because somebody think this player is this what he looked for in this player, don't mean your player is less of a player. This not a zero-sum game where it's all about one player and none about yours. Can I repeat that? Because some of y'all ain't gonna get that. Parents, supporters, and coaches and stuff. Just because I don't think your kid is the best from my lens, don't mean he ain't the best. Because somebody else, he might be the best. And it's okay. Y'all, we got to learn how to be okay. Now, I'm going to talk about your choice. And I'm going to defend my choice. But one thing I'm never going to do is talk down on somebody else's choice. I'm just going to talk about how great mine is. We had some guys trying to chop my guys down. The guy I like this guy. He like this guy. He trying to chop my guy down. I said, look, my problem is I love every one of them. We was talking about 3 guys. Who the best? I ain't gonna even put it out there because y'all gonna get sensitive. We was talking about our 3. It's our business, ain't y'all? I'm just telling you, I'm gonna tell you how I conduct it. But I sit there and watch. Now, we had one guy in the group, Dwayne. He gonna talk negative about my guy. I said, okay. But I can't talk negative about the guy he like because I like that guy too. And then the other guy, I like his guy too. I just wish all of them are great. But through my lens, I'm looking at a lens that translate who gonna have a shot to play pro basketball. That's the lens that I've been looking at through for the last 30-some years. I'm not great. I'm gonna admit this. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm not great on telling you what level your son can play in college. What level is it? I don't know. That ain't my expertise. When a college coach asks me, come and call me, they don't ask me, man, what level he on? They ask me, can he play for me? So I don't use that. Oh, he's on this level, mid-major plus. That ain't my language. I don't use that language. Oh, he mid-major, mid-minus, all that. When I see you, I just want to see you play basketball. Cause what? I love the game. I'm not getting paid to watch you. Ain't nobody told me to come out there. That's a long ass way to come out there. For me to come out there. I wasn't coming out there again on Sunday. So whatever you did on Sunday, it's your business. Let Jim and them talk about that. But we got to, in basketball communities, we got to get better at quit talking negative about other people and just talk about how great yours is, your choice is. Did y'all get that? Did anybody get that? Thaddeus Moody can like this kid. Eric Harris can like this kid. Mr. Bartholomew can like this player. That is. All I'm doing is telling you how good mine is. But we got some guys in this community that want to tell you how, well, you follow me? Why? Somebody just tell me why people do that. If you do it, it's okay. Why? Explain to me. Let's talk. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Come on, let's get active today. Let's get active. And today, I want to celebrate the birthday of one of my favorite civil rights icons, Fannie Lou Hamer, who boldly declared she is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Her fearless fight for voting rights and equality still inspires us to speak truth to power. Rest in power, Fannie Lou Hamer. You, my girl. Let me get back. It's not enough encouragement going on during the game. Some people take difference of opinions personal. Comparison is the thief of joy. No, I'm not even talking about the comparison part. It's just somebody asked me, who you think is the best player in Houston? I gave my choice. But y'all know how Robert Hattie is. I'm giving reasons. You remember when I told you about Mount Rushmore? I gave you the reasons why my choices were on the Mount Rushmore of NBA basketball. I gave you reasons. I didn't talk about nobody else. Well, he ain't this, he ain't this. I just told you why I chose my guys. Because of impact. Impact. So, and I don't mind you having an opinion, but what are your opinions based on? I said a guy, he said a guy, and he said a guy. Guess what? The guys they picked was pretty damn. I would have picked them too. The guys I would have picked those guys too. But through my lens and where I'm looking, I like this guy. Nothing. Robert Hatter fit with and I know they were laughing. I never say anything. And what I was trying to get them to understand, can I get y'all to talk in absolutes and say, this what I like about him, this what he do, this what he do, this what he do, this what he do. Instead, you want to talk about the other guy. What? Can somebody help me? No, I don't think. No. I think y'all misinterpret. Golly, I hate when I don't speak right. Because evidently, I'm giving y'all information and y'all not taking it right. Because I'm looking at your comments. Nobody in this group felt their opinions were more important than nobody else's. No, I disagree with that. Let me start putting your stuff on the screen. No one. Let me double click me and get me back up in here. Let me double click me. I ain't even got me up on the board. So, and I think y'all looking at it wrong. Y'all looking at it wrong. I think y'all looking at it wrong. Eric said, it's different perspectives. Good to be around folks who think. I love people who think different from me all the time. You have to be able to defend your choice without being disrespectful. Yes. He said there's not enough encouragement going on. This ain't what I'm talking about right now. I'm just talking about if you got a player, I got a player, and Eric Harrison got a player, right? And he think comparison. We can comparison. Somebody asks a question. And I'm gonna tell y'all something very key in a few minutes. Somebody having confidence, and let me keep putting y'all stuff up there. Uh, uh, Opinions of some people on the truth. It ain't about their opinion. Listen, those guys were right. The guys who was going against, they were right. I didn't say their opinion was wrong. No, I didn't say it. No, I didn't base it on no class. I just said who the best player. I ain't care. I'm talking about who the best player. We didn't base it on no class. I mean, it really was no wrong answer. The problem I had when you start talking negative about mine. That's the only problem I had, the negativity. Are y'all getting me? Listen, I didn't mind them having an opinion. They didn't say their opinion was better than mine. They just said who they liked. They didn't say their opinion was better than mine. Y'all follow me? So, but it was a unique conversation. So you know how we do. So everybody else, so people passing by us, right? So guess what? I'm not gonna say who's the best player. That was me and my conversation. Who is your best player? See, from my point of view, share the show, everybody. From my point of view, it's not fair. So I'm not telling the general public. Y'all can have y'all's point of view because I'm on this platform and it might skew people. You follow me, Brandon Weefall? So notice I'm careful about what I'm talking about. I just said this guy said one player, this guy said one player. It's three of us, and it's our big. My important thing, it wasn't about who's the best player. See, you missing the point, Brandon Weefall. The point is why me and the other guy don't say nothing about the other guys, players, but he got something to say about ours. Not now mine. He didn't say nothing about the other guy. No, I can't tell you. I can't. If I say who a best player is, that's just ain't gonna help. That ain't gonna help. Me saying it from the position I am. That'll be reckless. But a man said your comments will get spliced. That is Moody. You're absolutely right. See, they'll take what I say and splice it and send it to the other parents. And let me tell you something, man. I'm the guy that fights for every last one of them. But if somebody heard what I said, somebody gonna get mad. Greater Houston, Greater Houston. Beaumont is considered Greater Houston. Port outlets, Greater Houston. Who the best? When I say Houston, we were talking about Greater Houston. Who the baddest? Who the baddest in our gyms? Port, Beaumont, Port Arthur, all of them play in our gyms. So yes, Beaumont players are on it as well. But the point I'm trying to make, that's why I keep telling y'all share the show, because somebody need to hear this. Because there's too many haters out here. Why you got to talk down on somebody else? I gave him an example. I said who I like, but I said, but I really could have chose him. And I really could have chose your guy. But I just like this guy because I like where I think he can go. That's not saying. He said, unfortunately, a lot of people feel they have to tear down. Now that's it. Why? Why? That's not a fine line. Let me put that up there. Let me put that up there. What you mean by it's a fine line? It's a fine line. That's not a fine line. It's not a fine line. You just either hate, you just gonna just be talking about people or you're not. That ain't no damn fine line. You either a hater or you're not. That's what people do when they make. Y'all notice? Have anybody ever noticed this on this show? I never debate that LeBron and Michael Jordan stuff. I never debated. I never debated. I never debated. I never. If anybody been watching this show, that's not human nature. I disagree. It's not human nature to hate on somebody. I'm a human. I'm part of the human race too. So you saying that you do it, Brandon Weefall, because you say it's human nature. Human nature is not to talk down. Why can my human nature is talk up about everybody? What do y'all see? I know I'm getting somewhere here. Cause y'all ain't even listening to what I'm saying. Jordan and LeBron, why you got to put down LeBron? I never gonna put down LeBron, and I ain't gonna never put down Jordan. Rod Wells, he said we need to define the difference between constructive. No. No, we ain't got to define it. You know what you ain't got to define what constructive criticism and hating on a player is usually based on them. Let me tell you something. This man told me, one of the guys said, the reason everything he said negative about the boy has something to do with not the boy, not the player. It had nothing to do with the player. Everything that he said negative about the player had nothing to do with the player. Nothing. Man, I didn't even mean to talk about this that long. But it just shows me, ladies and gentlemen, hold up. You can talk about the performance. I just saw this morning. Golly, Lord help me. Jaylen Brown was talking about Shanquetta. He was at the speaking. Yes, it was personal. Yes. That's what, hey, people will not like you because they player because they don't like his daddy. Shanquetta, I'm finna use you. People will talk, won't give Shanquetta's son enough credit because they don't like the mama. People, Eric had a son playing in this thing. People used to talk about my son all the time because they didn't like the daddy. Mr. Bartholomew, Brandon Weefall, people probably didn't talk negative about your son because what? They don't like you. So they take it out. These grown ass dudes take it out on your parents, on your kids now. I'm just telling you, I've heard them. I just can't do it. No matter, listen, if I don't like your daddy, or I don't mess with your daddy, guess what? I'm just ain't gonna say nothing. If I don't y'all know it's all right to not say nothing? Eric, you can just say, yo, it's the kids It's not. Now that's human nature. It's human nature. You might not like somebody, but don't take it out on the baby. Oh, see, I didn't know. See, I ain't know. See, he said, ain't like me, I'm my wife. God, that's double trouble. But guess what? Guess what, Mr. Weefall? I'm gonna tell you something great. They didn't talk about it to me. Cause I don't like people talking about, coming to me talking about no mess. That's why y'all need to share this show. It's just unique, man. I thought it was just unique. And I just wanted to share it with y'all. But I was thinking about something. I was just thinking about Jaylen Brown. He went to speak at this thing. He was talking about journalists, journalistic, um, being a journalist does not entail actual integrity. You know, everybody talking about journalistic integrity. He said there have been some moments. Jaylen Brown played for Boston Celtics. He said there have been some moments where people will test your character. People try to play with your intelligence. He said all of these things goes on within the organization, like ESPN, Fox, and all these organizations. So people think, oh, he getting paid, so he got to deal with it. He just started a team, so he got to deal with it. He get NIL money, so he got to deal with it. Jaylen said, yeah, I get paid to play basketball. I don't get paid for you to judge my character. He said a few years ago, Stephen A. Smith said some stuff on his platform about him. He said Jaylen was not marketable. He carries himself a certain way, and Jaylen challenged him on it. Stuff like that has nothing to do with basketball. That's why I was talking to these guys yesterday. The guy went away from basketball. Why are you talking about his mama and his cousin and nothing to do with basketball? And by the way, y'all, when people was walking up, I was asking people who the best player. Guess what? Every last one of them said the one I picked. Nothing against the other two. Cause I love them too. It was weird. But see, everybody think they media. This is a form of media. So I see when I think about what Jaylen was saying, he said he said when he respond to something, when Stephen A. Smith says or somebody say something crazy, then everybody gonna say he's out of line. He said the problem is with media is that a lot of these journalists think that journalistic integrity is actual integrity. And there's a difference. Journalistic integrity does not entail actual integrity that you have as a person. He said Stephen A. Smith, he talked to him so cold on the show, it went above his head. He said he was so into himself, he didn't think I was talking about him. Dude, I'm talking about you. He said, I came to talk about you and address what you need to be better at. Jaylen said. And he turned it into, I think Jaylen is talking about other people. He couldn't be talking about me. See, he's Jaylen said, if he said I got flaws in my game, but he said, but some of these guys got flaws in their character. See, let's just look and attack the game. My thing is, I don't like ball beating guards. I wish I can find this video. Something that I can't stand. What's that boy's name? Hold on. I'm saying y'all made me think. If you're a ball beating guard, if you don't know what ball beating is, raise your hand. What's his boy name? Mm, I don't like ball beating guards. Guards that dribble the dang out the ball. Hold on. Like this. Right here, right here, right here. Right here. Hold on. I don't want the music to play. I don't want the music. I ain't want to get in trouble. I don't like ball beating guards. So if your son is a ball beating guard and a coach asks me about him, I got to tell the coach, he's a ball beating guard. It ain't that I don't love your baby or not. But if the ball got a headache by the time your son get through playing with it, because all I'm thinking about what everybody else gonna do. If you sitting there beating the out of it, what everybody else gonna do? Let me put this down. Okay, let me close that. I think I'm ready. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by a ball beater. I think I was kind of coach. They don't like you to do all that stuff while you're on the show. Yeah, I got it. He said, do you think events should have a 13-year-old on down get free, especially little girls? They don't even watch the game and get. I don't know what you got to be charged. I don't get into that. He said, I don't like ball beating guards that do all the dribbling, take a bad shot. I don't like them that beat it. Dribble that thing 3 times, man, and get up off that thing. Hold up. Hold up. Let me show you something. This kind of stuff right here. Let's see. I got to turn the. Dude, you had the man beat. And he hit the shot, and I still can't stand it. So what everybody else doing? What everybody else doing? I can't stand that. Losing basketball. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. So you can get mad at me. Because I'm going to say, the ball beating ass God, I'm not going to do it. Because I got 4 other players just standing there watching it. That's not good. And I don't think the trainer's teaching them bad habits. I want them to know how to dribble, but I want them to know all you got to do is go. If he don't stop you, keep going. If he stop you, count it and go back the other way. That's all. Go toward the basket. Not to the sideline, not to the coaches, not to your girlfriends, not to your mamas. Go toward the basket. Gosh, I hate to even talk about this because I can't stand this ball beat. Where was I? Let me keep going. Let me go. Shout out to TSU. They beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 51 to 7. I went to the football game. Great time. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I put the notes. Why do people talk negative about another player to make another player look better? Um, it's just different. It's just different. and and I don't know what they teaching these guys. Let's see. You know what? Though I saw something. I was watching it. I'm just watching stuff. You know, sometimes I just get random stuff. What's up, Trey? Trey, I'm talking about ball beaters right now. Talking about ball beaters. Um, I looked at something. You know, watching the games, and I watch a little bit more football than I do should because I don't like NFL football. But Trey, I saw that every single Oklahoma quarterback from 2015 to 2023 is starting in the NFL right now. Did y'all know that? You're gonna be smart as do it at the nail shop. Every single Oklahoma starting quarterback from 15 to 2023 is now as of this weekend started in the NFL. What you think about it? Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams, Dylan Gabriel. I just thought I'm just giving y'all something to pivot away from. Just giving y'all something to think about. Then shout out to Vanderbilt's volleyball team. They had their first SEC win in 45 years. Somebody sent me that, but they didn't tell me they ain't filled the team in 45 years. That's why they just fielded a team. But you know how people will give you misleading stuff. Vanderbilt had this their first SEC win in 45 years, but they haven't fielded a girls volleyball team in 45 years. This year was the first one that they filled the team. He said they got away from bad. Terrence Foley. Okay, I'm just looking. I got a question. Terrence Foley, I'm glad you're in here. I need some, because some of y'all old people might like it too, because I know y'all like rap. He said, Ball Beaters Elite, we offer the best boys and girls. I got something for you. Will somebody tell me who is Young Boy? Is this NBA? Is it NBA Young Boy? Wait a minute. This little kid is on tour right now. He has to be one of the most interesting case studies in rap over the past decade. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Young Boy. Anybody know about Young Boy? He said Melvin Dudes know how to pick quarterbacks. I mean, not Melvin Dudes, Lincoln Riley. Hold up. Oh, it's NBA Young Boy. Okay, all right. Y'all explain something to me about Mr. Young Boy. I was thinking about something. Let me get myself into the picture. Let me get myself into the picture. I haven't fixed all my stuff yet. Yes, we know who that is. You know who that is. I can't tell you one thing he sang. I don't know one song. I don't listen to rap. I don't know. But I study this stuff, right? He's the most interesting. This the one got the baby by Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Melvin News. Is this the one? Y'all help me out. Is this the one? Somebody hit me before I go. I just want to know. Not son-in-law, ain't no son-in-law. They didn't get married. But is this? Is this? Do anybody know? Shanquetta, you say you know who he is. Do you know, is this the kid? Okay, thank you, man. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know. So that's good. That's good. So the young folks love him. I don't know a single song he doesn't get radio airplay. That's what I'm talking about. Watch this. Watch. He sings the Creep song, John Morant and Jefferson. dance to. I ain't seen John Morant and Jefferson dance to no dance. Yeah, yeah, that's the girl name. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, y'all know way more than me. The reason I asked about this, and y'all help me, he's got to be one of the interesting case studies in rap over the past decade. He has no number one song, not one song that has charted higher than 10. Like most people say, you ain't heard his songs on the radio that much, but his impact is undeniable. I know some young people and his friends, they know the songs word for word. I don't know. Hold up, y'all got me want to listen to him now. I ain't just an old blowhard. Now I listen to see. I just don't be liking none of that stuff. And some of y'all be in there, wow, y'all. Hold up. What's his name? Young boy. NBA Young Boy. Okay. All right. So, which ain't the first song should be the best one? Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Hold up. They compare him to who? They compare him to Tupac. What young person compare him to Tupac? I see why I ain't listen to him. Is this what kids like? I see why these kids so messed up then. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. He said, I'm surprised the NBA even let him change, ain't went after him because that ain't their name. The letters NBA ain't their name. He's been number one on YouTube the last few years. The kids love him. Just because the kids love. I get sick of y'all always talking about the kids love him. The kids love Cardi B. Melvin dudes, you don't have to send me no information about this dude. I told you I just did a case study on him. How he ain't got no number one songs. But the kids love him. So the kids like trash. Yo, I have never talked about this kid ever before on this show. Because I don't even know him. But I'm always studying new things. Now I got a grown woman telling me about I'm not listening to that mess. I just heard one right now, and the first thing came out of his mouth was BITCH. I don't like listening to songs like that. I don't. Because I know how music soothes the savage beast. I know how music and words can change. The words that came out of Charlie Kirk's mouth. I know how music, y'all don't understand it. The kids love him. Well, we need to get the kids something better to love. had to get up out the damn chair. If one of you other grown-ass people get up here and tell me about some kids love him, and this woman just told me, and he got 10 kids at age 25, and that's what your kid... Man, let me tell y'all something. This world is... Now I see. He sells me. I don't care how many millions he sells. Donald Trump had 70-some million vote for him. 80 million vote for him. I don't care how many he sold. Yo. No number one song. So you can be all of this and have no number one songs, no top 10 songs. Only 2 of your songs heard on the radio. But your impact is undeniable. You got young men and his friends knowing the songs word for word. He had a parade around my city when he was going through his contract. I don't remember that. I know what John Morant said, but I ain't know nothing about no NBA young boy. Hold up. All I got to do is put it in my... Everything I talk about, I put it in this machine right here. It'll tell me I haven't talked about him or not. But I just, you know what? It just made me think, man. I hate to go here. But hold up. Let me. I need y'all to check my girl out, though. Wait a minute. Let me get back to my full strength. Because I want y'all, everybody, to write this number down right here. Right? You might need her one day. It's Carla Giuliotto. She's health and beauty. What do I call her? They say she's the Michael Jordan of health and beauty. And if you or your friends ever want to get your, because we got some people are thinning up in the top. LeBron need to be calling her right now. She do non-surgical hair restoration, and they call it a Michael Jordan. This bit people usually go to Turkey to get this stuff done. She got this procedure right here in the United States. She got a whole lot of, she help you with your facial, your acne, anything health and beauty. Carla Giuliotto will help you. Please give her a call and tell her Robert Hatter sent you 832 446-3206. That man said, John Morant, just cause I don't believe in what John Morant be doing either. Cause John Morant do it. I just like him as a player. I ain't never been on his playlist. I don't know what he doing. Carla Giuliotto is off the chain. Look at Lakeisha. She bad. Keisha. Bad lady. Rob, he's the third. See, it constantly. You know what? I was thinking about something. Y'all. LeBron hair, y'all. Shit, look at LeBron hair. He need to call God. He kept trying to keep it. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. But y'all know what? When I hear this, and I hear this about young kids, they like him. They like him. The young kids love him. You know what I thought about? Y'all know my brain be gone. That's why I have to give stuff like this to combat stuff like that. Because I'm hoping one day you might splice this out and send it to your son. So son, listen to that dude one day. You know, we got people that splice me out when I cuss their ass out. They splice that out and send it to people to no avail. But I'm a little upset and I'm a little concerned. We got some things we got to talk about. And I've been let y'all off the hook, Lakeisha, because you ain't been here. I've been letting them off the hook. There's some things we got to handle. I remember talking about Project 2025. And I know that many of you that had listened to me for any length of time, this is not a new thing to you. Some of y'all even admitted the first time they ever heard about it was on this show. And some of y'all thought, well, Tarazi P. Henson said, she said it 4 months after I talked about it on the show. She said it. But it's not a new thing. He said, how did the last week I had to tell a girl volleyball player to play the clean version of Young Boy, or you forfeit the game. Ladies and gentlemen, you should be familiar with the 2025 project. I'm gonna give you this brief because it just made me think of something. If he can keep putting that mess out, maybe if I give you something that's of substance, it'll help. That's how you combat that with this. You should be familiar with the 2020 because we have been talking about this since the year of our Lord. I've been talking about it since the year of our Lord, 2023. I'm gonna do this because the Project 25 is so horrific, so shocking, so complete and thorough. This how thorough I want us to be. This how thorough. What? Listen. Watch how thorough and how we need to start moving. And use that little boy's power to get them little crazy ass kids to vote the right way. And not give them no false information right during election time. Ice Cube and Killer Mike and all of you old Snoop Dogg and all you old Sambos. Yo, I mean, this was a very thorough plan for how to completely demolish everything that people have been working for decades. And all of the accomplishments and the achievements of the civil rights era and everything that Black people have been fighting for since we walked off the plantations, they have contemplated those things in the 2025 project. Robert, what are you talking about? And to an extraordinary granular degree, they were able to basically say, this is what the current state of America is focused on integration. It's focused on promoting integration as a national policy. And some of y'all ass didn't vote. So you don't like, watch this. This is what they said. So we don't like that anymore, all that civil rights stuff. So we're gonna get rid of it. But we in the gym watching basketball and we watching Young Boy. They didn't just have a desire to get rid of it. It wasn't like, hey man, I don't like that, man. We're gonna make it in today, man. It wasn't, hey man, I don't like that. When people approach something with this type of energy, generally they are not the kind of energy that, yeah, man, let's get this done, man. Let's go make it in today. When you have that kind of energy, generally you're not gonna get nothing done. That's why I'm sick of all of us convening every day, 4 times a week on this show, and ain't sharing this show, and ain't talking to people about this show because that's why we ain't getting nothing done. Because that amen, we got to get something done. We're gonna get it done today. And you don't have a plan. Y'all listen, ain't nothing going to happen about the thing that you don't like if you ain't got no plan. Do y'all know how tactful this is? Watch. I know I done told you, but some of y'all just got on this show. When I realized this is where we kind of at right now. When I realized that the Project 2025 was the complete opposite of, hey man, let's do something. The Project 2025, by granular, I mean they had gone so deep below the surface level when it came to what they wanted to undo, all of the things that had led to the civil rights movement. See, y'all ain't, and I know I'm going to talk about sports in a minute, but that young boy stuff triggered me. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Big Coach. Thank you, Melvin Dukes, for triggering me. Because I wasn't going to talk about this today. Watch this. And then I learned about the head of the Heritage Foundation. A lot of y'all know about Project 2025, but y'all don't know about the Heritage Foundation. That's the people who architect Project 2025. The head of the Heritage Foundation, watch this. Watch this now. Is the person who authored the 2025 project. He is somebody who basically had a good reason to be pretty confident about the success of his plan. His name is Dr. Kevin Roberts. And when I call him a doctor, that means he got a PhD. He ain't a real doctor, he got a PhD. Well, I guess that's a real doctor. He's a PhD, and it's important that you understand what he got his PhD in. Melvin, I'm finna take you to school today, Melvin. Y'all better be sharing. Y'all gonna be the smartest people at the North. How many times has CNN told you this? How many times did any radio, any, watch this. Because Kevin Roberts is the head of the Heritage Foundation. The foundation that basically authored Project 2025. This is a white man, and his PhD is in African American resistance. His PhD looks at what happened in the periods around 1804 and to the 1830s or so. It really looked in what happens in the Haitian Revolution and Nat Turner's rebellion and how enslaved Africans resisted. He got a PhD in it. The guy who wrote the 2025 project. How many of y'all, that's the first time y'all heard this? And what this means is a white man who has been living his best life basically with a whole multi-page, footnoted, endnoted bibliography containing almost 1,000-page document on how to undo integration and how to undo everything that basically makes up the social safety net that we rely on. Melvin Dews, where is our, you remember I asked this Melvin Dews, where is our 2025, 2020, what's 2026 project? Where is it? Keep Googling. I'm gonna make you, you're gonna learn something today. And he was able to do it so confidently. And even anticipate how we gonna react because he studied us. Because he's an expert in what it looked like when enslaved Africans resist. Meanwhile, the person who is key and is sitting at the head of the effort to dismantle integration, to dismantle racial integration, to revitalize the slave era racial hierarchy. First thing they did when they got in office, man, they fired 300,000 black women at the federal level. 300,000, might be 400,000 now. And he is able to do this so confident as he is, largely because he can already anticipate how we gonna move. Where's our plan for summer basketball? Parents, I had a plan. What's your plan? Instead of getting in the gym and watching your son play and telling him, Doug, you need to write up about him. Jimmy, you need to write up about him. Jimmy, you need to, man, my son doing, my son didn't, my son doing it. You better, my son play for them. My son play for this. My son do this. My son do this. Then you're sending your kids to these colleges where these, is anybody talking to, am I on mute? And when you think about it, and the way it really does, it reminds us of how much of a precarious situation that we're in right now. Why are we talking about this today? Because I remember when I was talking about Project 2025 and the multiple pillars of it, the 4 pillars of the Project 2025. The first one, of course, is the 922-page plan itself. We read some of it on this show. We talked about it in a variety of ways. We had the shortened version, we had the talking points, and that was just pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, Eric, Project 2025, was the effort to secure as many conservative resume and cover letters as they possibly could. I told y'all about that database. They created an employment database. I sit there and talked about this on that show long time ago. For the most ultra conservative of conservatives. It was the MAGA LinkedIn, if you will. You follow me? Sorry, LinkedIn, you're going to catch a stray on that one right now. And that database, watch this, I'm going to tell you, was designed to gather as many conservatives as possible. And it wasn't just dumping ground for your resumes, right? They also have they survey a certain number of questions for you, right? So that the people who are interested in revitalization of the racial hierarchy of the slave era, which is ultimately what Project 2025 seeks to do. Y'all better read this stuff. They did not want the light conservatives. They did not want your grandfather's version of the Republican Party. And even that might be a little specious. They wanted the most racist, conservative, Christian nationalist people they could find. And if you watch the news, I'm finna tell you one that's on the news all the time. She was one of these people in the database. I'm getting ahead of myself. And how I know this, I just didn't read the document. I also went into the database. Me and a group of us, we went through the questions. I think I talked about a few of the questions on this show at one point. That was pillar 2. Pillar 3, of course, Schedule F, and the training, the boot camp, the training how they train these tens and thousands of people that's in the database. I said that I remember telling y'all this. They are the people who have been submitting their resumes to that LinkedIn for conservative database. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on one second. Boy, I didn't want y'all to hear that. That was loud. They were getting trained, and we knew they were getting trained. You know why I knew they was getting trained? Because I saw some of the videos. We looked at some of the videos, y'all. These people didn't care. They let you. They put the stuff where you can see it, and they showed the videos. And we saw that many of the people in that video just so happen to be the same people that are right now a part of this administration. That's why we got a government lockdown, a shutdown. Including Miss Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, who you see her little old redneck ass on TV every day. She was in a whole lot of those videos. Them training videos, talking about how to be properly trained so you can become an effective MAGA member of the Trump administration. And then we had, of course, we have what we're seeing now. Trump saying they're going to use this shutdown to mass fire people by the hundreds of thousands. That was all contemplated in Project 2025. And we know this because I studied it. And of course, they have Pillar 4, which is 180-day playbook. Now it's actually, I actually thought it was 180 days from the day he was inaugurated. And that would have been July the 20th, which is really 180 days later. I thought that was the whole, it would be completely solidified by then. But they are working out the kinks and making sure that it's solidly implanted as possible. Eric, why don't we have a plan? Chop Shop. We got some smart people on this feed. That's why I tell y'all to share the show. I'm trying to reach the right one. They're going to say, Mr. Hatter, This is what we need to do. See, but the reason I'm mentioning this right now is in spite of the fact so many people thought that I was being hyperbolic, uh, over exaggerating this 2020 Project 2025. So many people say, oh, Robert, Project 2025 is just a Democratic fever dream. This is just y'all thinking about, y'all just lying, Robert. Trump don't know nothing about Project 2025. He's got Agenda 47. Y'all remember that? So I looked at Agenda 47 and oh snap. It's the same damn thing. Even some of your MAGA people in your family and your friend circle. Don't you know we got some MAGAs on this, be coming on this show? I know one of them. They said I was being hyperbolic. And yet all of a sudden, I see this tweet on or a truth social, whatever they call it. Donald Trump decided to put some on his social media platform, known as the lying social to me. Whatever we're going to do it off this air. We ain't going to do it over there. I'm just calling out right now. We're going to do like they did. Yeah, we didn't know y'all. Did y'all know? Did nobody know them folk been working on that thing for 20 years, man. Yo, we got to get to work. We got to get to work. We got to elect our own people. They did all of this stuff knowing y'all was going to get the man studied. Maybe we need one of our young kids to go and study them. Somebody need to study narcissism, white supremacy, and this evangelical, white evangelical craze. Somebody need to study this. Ain't nowhere in the world. And y'all remember this? Don, he got this thing called the Truth Social, but I call it the Lying Social. Because everything Donald Trump come out, it's he lying. Guess what he said on there? Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Remember, all your little MAGA friends, all your little partners, my man Donald Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. He don't know nothing about no Project 25. He don't know nothing, right? You remember? He got Project. What he said? What he got? He got Project 47. Y'all, he said on his tweet, I have a meeting today with Russell Vought. Y'all, I told y'all who Russell Vought was the other day, right? I told y'all about it. Donald Trump mentioned him. Go to his tweets. He mentioned it. Guess what? He said, hold on. I had a meeting today with Russell Vought. He of Project 2025 fame. He determined which of the many Democratic agencies, most of which are political scams, giving that out to the public. So when he cut this stuff out, he recommends to be cut. And whether or not these cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe, watch this, Donald Trump. I can't believe the radical left, the Democrats, gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They're not stupid people. So maybe it's their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump always knew about Project 2025. And we know it because it's evidence right there in front of us. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know what made me get on that subject. But to my young fellas, he said, Robert, I experienced a direct result of the plan while working in corporate America. The consistent removal of Black professionals in corporate spaces has been a part of that plan too. Absolutely. What's that? Morgan Stanley just got a big lawsuit against them. Always playing the Black employees less. Yo, we got to look out for ourselves. See, we so easy. We just let everybody in. Come on, we're gonna help your son be great. When they gonna help your son be great? And to all my young guys I saw out there this weekend, I'm gonna mention some names in a minute. I thought Jimmy was coming on. Don't get comfortable. Keep working. It matters when you know, the reason I'm telling you to work is work on your weaknesses. You're left-handed, work on your right hand. Question. Are they trying to privatize what they are trying to shut down so the rich can get richer? Probably. Probably. But what you gonna do about it? If you got that information right there, Trey, what you gonna do about it? Dude, they've been working on this for 20 years, Harold Tillman. Y'all want, let's do something right now, man. Yo, that little dude studied African American. He got a PhD in African American resistance. He studied the Haitian Revolution. He studied the Nat Turner Revolution. Our young people need to study them. See, Donald Trump just a pawn. It's crazy, man. But to my young people, saw y'all in the gym this weekend. That's why I want to come. It matters when you got to work on them weaknesses because it matters when you get to the district championship, the conference championships, if you're in college, the playoff. See, these people watching film. So if you limited, yeah. Hold up. I got something for y'all. I keep and I like to just let y'all know little stuff like that. This scouting, if you're planning on playing this stuff in college, plan on playing this stuff, these coaches gonna know. Katie Jordan comes in. I'm just using Katie Jordan comes into the game with a 6-0 record. They have great wins over so and so who they handed their first loss. These coaches knowing everything about you. Then they're gonna have keys to win the game. They're gonna have offensive keys against you. They're gonna have defensive keys against you. And then they're gonna have you a player. They're gonna have your pitcher. Hold up. They're gonna have your players. Hold up. Who the best player? Who the best 3-point shooter? Who the best this? Who the best this? Work on your games. All this information I got on this one team. They know you run a 4-out in one end set. They know you work you run a ton of pick and rolls. Your primary defense, your pick and roll defense, and your trap defense, your blitz. They know all of this about you. Then they got a picture of you. Harold Tillman. What they say about Harold? His tendencies. Shoot 50%. Shoot on threes. He drive both ways. 8 free throws in 12 games. Then he talk about the other kid, elite shooter. You got to get your stuff right, man. They take away your strengths. I got all this information about you when I'm playing. And players, when you get to college, when the coaches give you that scouting report, study that thing. You might need one thing to make one play to win the game. And you're going to find it in that scouting report. The film don't lie. It's going to show everything that you want to do, everything you're uncomfortable doing. Anybody on here? Hey man, the show almost over with, man.
Monday, man. I'll work on this Monday. That's good. That's less talking I got to do. So I mean, I got 27 minutes now.
You know what I thought about, and I saw something. I looked at this ranking, not here, national ranking. And the 2025 players, they're in school right now. You hear me, right? But I saw something that was so glaring. They in college. But for some reason, they bumped this dude named Nate Amit over Darren Peterson. You're a guard? Thought you big. No, I thought you're big. Nate Amit. No, you're big. Look him up, Jimmy, right quick.
They bumped him up?
Bumped him up over Darren Peterson and AJ DeBam as the number one player. Jimmy, these guys are already in college now. What was the reason to do that?
I mean, no, that's different people. Somebody reclassed up.
No. All of these guys are in college. Every last one of them I'm just mentioned. Every last one of them all of these guys going to college already. They're gone. Jimmy, AJ DeBassa at Brigham Young. Darren Peterson at Kansas. I don't know. Somebody look up, where's Nate Amit at? But they, at the last minute, they done put this guy. That's the weirdest stuff. I mean, they all in college right now.
I mean, everybody owe somebody a favor, so that means part of the play. I mean, you can always say you had all of them at number one.
Having them ranked, and he already gone out of high school. What does that help you at?
That means you done paid due on it, and I tell you all the time. Would you rather be ranked last or ranked first? Jimmy, so that means that
Jimmy, these guys are in college now.
Somebody still can take that. That still goes on their resume. It still goes on their resume. You were the number one ranked in that class over so and so.
What does that get you? What does that get you?
The same thing that gets you when you get an invite to somewhere else. You go, and that's self.
You're in college now, man.
Illuminating. Some people still wear their Letterman jacket. Believe it or not. Some kids and freshmen still wear their Letterman jacket.
That's all right. No, but what's going on, man? I had a good time. The little time I was there, man, I had a good time. So going on. You can go and do your thing.
I mean, I had one of the crews that interviewed me, and they asked me on Saturday morning, jam me up, who I think gonna win it. I said, I'm gonna tell you something. This thing is wide open. And sure enough, as it wound down, not many people paid attention to Katie Jordan. They saw him, but didn't pay attention. And I tell people, this is how you build and you compound on something as far as winning ways. Now look at it. Remember, this team just went to the state tournament. Yeah, they lost everybody. They lost pretty virtually everybody from that state championship game team. From we're talking about uh, uh, Katie Jordan. However, their junior varsity won the fall junior varsity championship, which was a tournament a year ago. The JV won that. And I spoke with the team after the game and I asked them, how many of you, it was 10 players, how many of you guys played on that JV team that won first place a year ago? And 6 of them raised their hands up. So that's 6 that basically just moved, advanced up, and you're not in. And understand, certain teams didn't have what were not at full throttle. Yes, we get that. Just as all teams did not have their head coaches, so that means everybody was not at full throttle. But you get a chance to see the horses run around the track with no jockeys on the back. So this thing, the freshman Isaiah Wright, his team, middle school, won the middle school city championships. So you take the JV champion, add a splice of the MVP of the middle school championship. That's 7 who, which is not much. That's non-scholastic. I get it, but still, psychologically, you're not taking that away. Just like what this, some people say, well, Katie Jordan won the fall Super 16 fall high school championship. That's not March. See, yes, we understand that, but the thrill of victory, I say the illuminating the spirit or the glow inside the person's heart. You're not going to be able to take that away, and that's what they have right here with Katie Jordan. So shout out to those guys, those young men. Pulled it through. Shout out to Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall were the favorite going into that, and they were undecided on where they were going to even play the championship game. And the kids wanted to play. They said, "Man, we want to play this game, Coach." And Coach Courtney went on and let them play. They were up by 10 points on Katie Jordan. Looked like Thurgood Marshall was about to hit them with a sludge hammer. Then all of a sudden, Katie Thompson got to hit them threes. How did they made 12 threes in the championship game? They hit 11 threes in the semifinal game. They let you know that's consistent. They hit 11 threes in the semifinal, 12 threes in the championship. Guys, you understand, this is basically a running clock. The only time the clock stops is if you get fouled, getting ready to go to the free throw line, or if you call a timeout. So basically, think about this stuff.
Jimmy, what you saying? They just hit shot. Because it's possible to get shots up. It was a fast-paced games. All these games were fast-paced, even the one.
Yeah, they
But
got to go
everybody
in.
wasn't hitting shots like these guys. It was hitting shots.
They got to go
They
in.
shot enough of them, but everybody wasn't hitting them.
Yeah, and consistently. Now I can see they just hit 12 points in the championship, and that was just one of those things. But by amplifying that with after they hit 11 threes in the semifinal, that's a degree of that's a good sample size to say, man, look, over that period of time, you guys hit 23 3-pointers. So now, as they proceed into the season, that's enough to get a good jacket on your back. People going to say, okay, who's going to play Katie Jordan first? And are they going to sit their ass in the zone after what they just witnessed, even though this fall without their head coach on the bench? Are you likely to sit into a zone, just open the game and sit into a zone against this
Well,
team?
first of all,
Heck
you
no.
shouldn't be sitting in no damn zone anyway. Number one.
You'd be surprised how many of them do.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised how many
what
of
I
them.
said. First of all, you shouldn't be sitting in no zone anyway. Make that play them. Then if they beating you, yeah, no, yeah, but ain't nobody. But Jimmy, them kids ain't gonna shoot like that a whole season. And it's not. It's
No, we
impossible.
know.
It's
No,
impossible.
no, no. That's not likely. But at the same time, how to if you can date, that's a statement though that you got to respect that because that's a lot of length and a lot of talent that are going at you. Even they're not just saying we're not saying not to be misled. That don't these teams that they just played against wasn't sitting in a zone. These guys were just moving the ball like that. Thurgood Marshall wasn't just sitting in a zone. Side
But you the one
Springs,
mentioned the zone.
I'm saying no. I'm just giving an example for when they go to the regular season. You know, a month and a half from now, uh, 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 with their opponents, let them know what you bet not do. If they doing this against some mans and and different types of defense, you bet not just open the season just say I'm gonna dare them to beat us. They just showed what they're capable of doing in that type of setting. So that's the good thing about that. Uh, Speaking of teams, you get to learn a lot of stuff about the Super 16. Uh, During that, you can get a gauge on some teams that impress you in the showcase games. Some teams that played like open up on Friday night. Second Baptist played one game in the event on Friday night, and Reese Austin was at uh, uh, the Wooten camp in Las Vegas. Reese Austin came, got on the plane, came back home, him and his mom, and came straight to the gym from the airport. Didn't even go home.
This on
Straight to the
Friday.
gym Friday night and met
Oh,
his team and played. He walked in there with tennis shoes in his hand, played Friday night. Was
I'm not
back out of
surprised.
town. Back out of town the next day, going on a college visit the next morning. I mean, so I'm just giving you like some people's like, well, man, this dude here, he wanted to play and wanted to play. That's obvious. Wanted to be there with and or for his teammates. That's obvious. Compete. That's obvious. And then make a statement, guys. If you're paying attention, a lot of you guys, a lot of people snub. They'll thumb their nose at it. Oh, well, he ain't have to do it. Well, guess what? A lot of things that
He had to
some
do
people
what?
don't do.
Who would
There's
say
some people,
something?
I mean, but people all the time, I hear it out there every year. You hear some rumbles, man. You ain't got to go play that. You ain't got. This ain't one of those types of events. You don't have to. Yes, you don't. But at the same time, Super 16 it meant something. It means something. It may not mean nothing to you, but it means something to a lot of people to be able to rep for their hood or for their school, so to speak. And that's what Second Baptist is definitely a state a favorite to defend their state championship that they won this past season, without question. I learned, hey, Randall High School, how to, that's who they played against on Friday night. Randall, hey, Mr. Nissa, the Randall is gonna be tough. I learned something also, like a lot of people say, didn't have to do it. Look over at Angleton High School, Heather. Look, young fella Bryson Campbell.
Yeah, I saw him.
Bryson Campbell, Bryson Campbell had an invite to go to Pangos Junior Camp up in Dallas. But then the economics, first of all, the kid, he played with that team in other events, played with them in fall ball. He loves those guys. They came there knowing that the football team is in full effect this season. They're very short-handed. Angleton is. He still came with his team. He said, I'm not going to Pangos. I'm going to stay home and make a statement and rep with my people. I'm not for, besides, economically, guys, everybody ain't having an epic supply surplus of funds and revenues under their roof every year after all these rising costs, especially what's going on. The groceries still ain't went down yet, and amongst other things. So a trip to Dallas would cost you at least to go and play in that camp would cost you at least $1,000.
Maybe he just wanted to stay at home and play.
Yeah, but it still would have costed that. That's the parent part. So the parent at the same time. That helps. That's man. I'm not going to go there. I'm not spending $1,000 on that. We can go right in, sleep in our own bed, and get the same similar joy and similar love. So guess what? I applaud the decision that come from within their household to stay home and play with their high school team. He performed. They got they got the heads beat in a couple of games, but when you start to think about it, the teams that they lost to, I think Katie Jordan was one of them. Had beat them first. Katie Jordan beat them by 20. Bryson Campbell had 20 in that game. Right? 50 Katie Jordan. It looked like, oh man, Angels lost by Katie Jordan by 20. Well, Katie Jordan won first place in that thing. Then Angleton came back the next day and they beat they lost to Pearland. Pearland made it to the semifinals. They lost to Pearland by 13. Bryson Campbell, 16 points. That's 20 and a 16 in this type of clock. That's good money. Remember I said, Calder, if you lose, and you're supposed to be a shining star, then you better what? You better get paid. That's getting paid. And then, of course, they played Manville in the first round of the bracket play that Saturday afternoon. Angleton won that game by 20. Bryson Campbell, 22 points. So he scored 20, 16, 22. Then, of course, they advanced on and they made them advance to Sunday. They come back early Sunday morning and they get beat by Summer Creek, a very good Summer Creek team. Jumped out and Angleton fought hard for a little while, but Summer Creek pulled away eventually. And Bryson Campbell 15 points in that game. That's getting paid. You can't. So you got to acknowledge that. And that this young man, guess what? A lot of people laid it down, man. I don't want to, we ain't gonna come because we ain't full throttle. He knew his team wasn't full throttle. And guess what the great ones do? The great ones would take the 7 dwarfs and find a way to get a win with them. And that's the thing. A lot of people are so afraid, and I don't know what it is, and it's not pointing no fingers at anybody. I'm just talking about the society that we're in. And a lot of people are afraid of losing what you got. That means to me that you lack.
Especially in this climate, Jimmy. Around here, if you lose, everybody get to talking. I mean, come on, man. You know why them people do that. Come on, that's being disingenuous. These people will tear their damn head off in this city when they lose. Come on now. Come on.
Why is that?
What you mean, why is it that? Because they do.
Well, if you lose a game, that's billed as the game, a game, a money game, a game where it's showdown, you versus him.
Somebody gonna have something to say negative. It don't matter.
But somebody got to lose. But you can lose that game and still get paid. That's the thing. So that means some people may have to start acknowledging, did the young man who lost the game get paid? If he's a superstar, if he's the red ant.
But if he lost, they're going to say, well, he still lost. He wasn't good enough to bring them, dude. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Dude, I had a conversation yesterday with some guy. On Saturday with some guy. I just don't, people just going to think the way they want to about basketball. And my plea was earlier, I just said, even the parents and the supporters of everybody, parents, supporters, just because a person don't think your son is the best player, don't mean he ain't the best player. He's just not the best player to them. My problem that I had this weekend, it was 3 guys in there. We gave a analogy on who we feel the best player in the city, in the greater Houston area. And each one of us had a different person. But one person just wanted to talk negative about the other people. Why can't I didn't have to me, I like his choice and I liked his choice. I like both of them's choice. But from my lens, I said from my lens, how I look at it, I'm just picking him if I had to pick one. But we had one guy, he want to talk negative about the other kid. Why can't we just what? That's the kind of cynicism that goes on when you lose a basketball game, Jimmy. Because everybody gonna have something to say about it. Everybody got something to say about it. I mean, you can't even just talk about how great the guy you chose, how great he is. You so busy talking about what? And Jimmy, some of the stuff ain't got nothing to do with basketball. That's the point that kind of gets me about when you asked a minute ago. You said, "Well, people don't want to do this, and people don't, but people, if you lose them games, these same old people gonna have something to say. They're gonna have something to say. So you have to have, and then they'll tell you what, well, you're a player, you got to, no, man, let me tell you something. Keep it basketball. Keep it basketball. Keep it basketball. That's all I tell parents out there. What or people who are out there, just keep it basketball. Don't talk about the other stuff. Just that's you're not doing that. That's no integrity involved in that. Just keep it basketball. The kid can play, or like me, if I don't like the grown up Jimmy, I just don't say nothing. Let's say I don't like Trey Phillips, Nissa's son. If I don't like Nissa, I don't like Anissa. I'm not finna talk about her and her son. I'm just not gonna say anything. Why is it so hard to not do that? And I ain't trying to tell everybody to be like that, but I'm just saying, if it ain't not nothing good to say, sometimes just don't say nothing. It's okay. It's okay not to say nothing. That's all. But you made me think about that when you said that.
Yeah. So that's some people just
Yeah.
try to do better, and it's one of those things. Remember, I just had this topic, just addressed this very topic a week ago. And I explained to people back in the old days. Matter of fact, I got a magazine right here. And let's go to this one right here. This way back. This is about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The front cover of this magazine. Right? And in this particular year, the city it comes up, the topic comes up about once every couple of years. And that's between the guy in the middle, that's Tommy Mason Griffin. Right? And the guy that's behind him, that's Ray Penn, right?
Oh, I
And
love that game.
Ray Penn went to Oklahoma State out of high school. Tommy Mason Griffin stole most of the thunder, right? He was the McDonald's All-American. He had more miles on his tires. And Ray Penn, the only way that Ray Penn could catch Tommy Griffin that particular year was for Ray Penn to probably take his team and go to state. Sometimes, if you want to pass him up, that's the only way you was gonna catch him. And they ended up the thing was after they had played head to head in fall ball at this same event that we just talked about, the Super 16, in front of a packed house at Chavez High School. Respect was given. The respect was given, and on both sides of the fence. But no longer could nobody remember. Tommy Griffin was already the champ. You didn't knock the champ out. You didn't knock the champ out. The champ came in on You came on HISD turf, and the champ showed you. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. Now you showed the champ some respect, and that's how it goes. But then the city then began to embrace. Okay, we got Tommy Mason Griffin, but we got Ray Penn, and guess what? We got another one named Jamal Fenton. Y'all remember him? Jamal Fenton went to New Mexico and played. And my thing is, he embraced it. Jamal Fenton actually had beat Tommy Mason Griffin in his 12th grade year in high school with that Chavez High School team with some seven dwarfs. That's why I say the great ones gonna find a way to go and win games that they normally probably not supposed to win. So guards, when you come through here, you're not the first to have 7 dwarfs on your team. You're not going to be the last. So we've seen that movie before. Now show us what you can do with those ingredients.
Jimmy,
See if you
what
can make.
game was that at the Campbell Center? Who would Jamal Penn play against that big game at the Campbell Center? Who did he
Um,
play against?
uh, that was
Tom-
Straight Jesuit was one of those games that year because
So he was
Straight
playing
Jesuit.
against somebody we went to see. Me and an NBA player went to the game. And we went to see somebody else. But when we left, he said, man, who is that little? Talking about Jamal Fenton. He said, that's the one.
Because I know they played Straight Jesuit in those playoffs.
I forgot who he
Straight
played
Jesuit
against.
they had look was that 2008 or 2009?
I forgot, man.
That's a good call right there. Guess what, Al? We
Uh,
we show before we get
no,
up
but
out
I
of here.
know. I'm mad. I forgot who he played against because it was a big matchup. It might Tommy. He didn't play against Tommy there. Because we went to see the other player on the other team. But the dude was because I knew both of them. But dude said, Robert, who is this little dude right here? Talking about Jamal Fenton. I'll never forget that. Me and Jamal became good friends after that, too.
Say, man, I'm trying to real quick. I'm trying to pull that thing, and I'm going through the archives of the basketball playoff brackets, and that would have been 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And here I go. There you go. Playoff brackets, and then what we got?
Hey, man, Rod Wells messing with you, man.
What do you say?
He told me, hey, Howard,
They,
Hicks wearing his out
they,
two-way cleats and shorts.
yeah, Astros chilling right now.
Altuve ain't gonna
They got
need him.
some.
Hey.
We all right. Remember now. We went down with injuries. We went down. We folded like a
Okay.
cheap tent. We folded. We be all right though. And I'm trying to. Where's my somebody? There go basketball archives. There we go. There we go. Now, but that's the state archives. It ain't giving me the.
Man, I
It ain't
don't
giving
know
me the
who he
playoff
played.
no more.
Gosh, I can't. I forgot. Golly, it was a good game, though. He was going against another top guard, though. He was going against another guard. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It because they played 2 games with straight Jesuit. I mean, Chavez made it to the championship. Kevin Freeman said it was Hightower they played and and straight. I knew straight was one of them. So Hightower was the other one, if that be the case. Now here we
No,
go.
it wasn't no Winston Shepard.
Okay,
No,
two-
it
No,
wasn't
no,
no
no.
Winston Shepard. No,
2008,
no, that was before Winston.
2009. Here we
It's
go.
another guard.
Now we here 5A. That would be class 5A. Let's go to it now. I got it now. It took me a while to pull that thing up. It's coming now. It's coming now real quick. Let's see playoff bracket. I want to see who did old Chavez play. Here we go. Chavez. Yes, it was Hightower. That's the senior year. It was Hightower and straight Jesuit. So if it was Hightower and this was 2008, Hatter, to 2009, that's this very year. Let's see which one of the players which one of the senior guards.
And
Look
Jimmy,
back at
hold
these.
up though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that was Tim Frazier. Tim Frazier was with straight Jesuit. That game. And Hightower had a lot of those wings. That was wing
But Jimmy,
heavy
wasn't it,
because
wait a minute. What year did the Academy invitation stop? What year did it stop? It was a game. It was another big guard.
maybe that year or the year before that it stopped. because remember Yates had the kid from Lufkin hit the buzzer beater to beat Oak Hill, and Tommy Griffin played against Tiny, right? So it had to be '08 might have been the last year, or '07 or '08. One of them were the last year
That's all
of
right.
the
That's all
king
right. It's all
of the
good.
academy. But yeah,
I don't remember.
that high tower team, that's the team all those guys got in a little trouble. Remember, off campus, and they got in trouble.
Eric got
And
in
so
trouble.
who?
Marlon got in trouble.
Marlon who?
Eric Marlon.
Well, there was a few of them that got in trouble, and they had suspended. And they had to got fought for some games. So yeah, I'm looking at the bracket, and that was the high Straight Jesuit lost to high to. I mean, Straight Jesuit beat Hightower in that particular regional tournament from the UIL, which was, man, them some good old days right there. Them was some good old days, Ada. And I'm looking, yeah, that was definitely the year I'm thinking that we're talking about. I'm gonna go and look at the year before 2007 and 2008. I'm not sure. I don't think that Chavez even made it that particular year right there, the
That
year
little dude was
before.
good, man.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
little
but
dude was good.
understand for him, he took his team to. That's the only way you can catch up. And still, that didn't put him past Tommy Mason Griffin. He beat Tommy Mason Griffin in district play. Jamal Fenton, and advanced to the regional finals against a team Straight Jesuit that was dominant. They just got to the state championship game and folded like a tent. Went 4 for 28 from the. I'm saying four, not them, but Joey Brooks went 4 for like 26, 4 for 28 from the field. He took that many shots and missed that many shots, yet they still was down by 2 possessions down in the up on the minute to go. They still your guy, your main guy, missed that many shots in a state championship game, and you still was only down by 4 points under a minute to go. I'm talking about Straight Jesuit that year that they lost in the state championship. Um, I'm looking at the playoff bracket, Heather. I'm looking to see. Oh yeah, Chavez made it. You know what? They made it. Jamal Fenton made it to the regional 2 years in a row with that Chavez team. He went in 11th grade. Guess who they played against? Now I remember. They played the first game. They lost. They played against them Dulles High School with D'Angelo Harrison them and his little brothers, D'Angelo
And hold up, and the other little, and the little twin,
the two
the
little
little,
midgets.
yeah.
They went to state because they won that game. Dulles won that game over Chavez, beat the snot out of them. But then they had to play Tommy Mason Griffin in the regional finals. So Tommy made it to the regional finals in 11th grade, lost to Dulles by 8. So that's the ticket right there. But
Huh.
somebody asked me a question. Yeah, Stick, Dara, Taylor, Garland, Green, Hightower,
No,
Coach
Braylon
Green.
Addison.
Yeah, he was 2 sports star back then at that time. But it was. I mean, they had more than them guys that you just named
Wait a
right
minute,
there.
wasn't no, Braylon played with Daniel House.
Yeah, that was a couple of years later. Then they say, man, I'm looking. Yeah, Steven Rogers and Tim Frazier were the backcourt for that Straight Jesuit team. Then they had Joey Brooks on that squad as the leader as well. That Hightower team had a kid named Josh Wesley. He's about 6'5". He had signed with Lamar, right? That Darrell Taylor, DT. I remember him. They also had Garland Green and J.J. Richardson. That's the name they didn't put up there. J.J. Richardson, he signed with Pittsburgh. He went to the ACC out of high school, or had signed with them out of high school. That was a solid little class right there. My
Yeah,
point
that was
is
cool.
that I'm making is you don't have to. There's room for a guy. Think about it, guys. we are only 5, 6 years removed from the COVID. Well, 5 years removed from the COVID year.
Yeah.
And it had not been for the COVID year, we were being very entertained in the basketball community because we had the luxury of seeing uh uh uh, uh what's my kid name over at Martin Ranch from U of H, LJ Cryer,
Mm-hmm.
and at Martin Ranch, and my young fella at Dickinson. What his name?
Oh, Tremont
That went
Mark. Tremont Mark.
Tremont Mark,
Mm-hmm.
LJ Cryer. Guess what?
I have a game.
It's okay. Whatever ones you pick. Remember now, you can make it a case for one, and people can make a case for the other. But they did go head to head,
Yeah.
and one of them,
One of them had 30, one of them had
outdid.
40.
One of them had fought a couple of 40s, but the other one didn't have. It wasn't like he had a
He had
40 to
30,
Z,
he had
40 to 10.
36 or something like that.
He
Yeah.
aged.
Yeah.
And guess what? The city was happy. Right before then, we had Kendrick Davis versus Quentin Grimes. And it was about who was the better in high school. Guess what? One had 31, one had 33 or whatever. Somebody had to win the game. But you still get paid in doing so. Do y'all
Quentin
remember?
Grimes a pro now.
Yeah, I mean, and he's a pro now, and Kendrick Davis is not an NBA
Excuse
pro,
me.
but he was.
Let me NBA pro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. And guess what? And guess what? That's great. KD is over in Australia. He achieved the highest individual honor that you can achieve, and that's the MVP. The MVP
Why is that this
of
year? Because
that
I don't
league.
know if he go back. They don't
He
usually go
going
back.
he going to he going to De La Dover team now. He going to the best team in Australia now,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and that's why they having a little friction
I'm
between
gonna
him and
tell
old
you who
boy.
can play, man. I like Marcus Williams, man. Marcus Williams gonna mess around and be on somebody, gonna make somebody's team, man, one day. I'm just telling you, man. I didn't know he had gotten that good. He just know how to play it. I mean, when in high school, I didn't think he was that good. But I watched him in the summer league. Marcus Williams, you give him a 2 or 3 years, he ain't gonna be no
Who,
star now. Y'all, he gonna be a
who,
role
who's he?
player.
Who signed him?
I don't know who signed him, but I'm just telling you, I don't know where he is. But what
I
I
know
saw,
LJ.
hmm,
LJ is signed with the Golden State Warriors. I remember they told me they signed him to a two-way deal.
yeah,
That's what they told. So LJ Cry is signed, uh, from my intel, with
yeah,
Golden State.
yeah. LJ signed with Stephen Curry now.
Yeah, Golden State. I mean, I'm saying, they had told me they signed him. I said, man, we
Uh,
signed your guy. Okay, man, that's awesome. They love him to death. They say, man, you know what? He does what he's been doing. U of H. They said you got a greater platform, and you know
Who's in Israel? He said who's in Israel? Marcus
who
Williams.
is he? Who is he?
Yeah, yeah. Y'all. Come on, man. Y'all know, got to give us complete sentence. Williams. I'm googling him. Is he in Israel? I just like his game, man.
And but I remember when he was in school. Remember, there was another thing. Just that team. We showed a little to see that team. That Dixon team would have went up against Duncanville. I would have loved to
Okay.
see that. Now explain to him. Oh, he says Marcus is the one that's in Israel. So Marcus,
Israel
and
pay good too.
Tremont Mark is at University of Texas still.
He,
Uh,
how in the hell he in the University of Texas?
he not?
Man,
I thought he had.
that man, come on, man. The man,
I thought
no.
he had.
What, he
I thought he had.
28
I
years
thought he had,
old in school?
I thought he had a year left. I don't know shit.
Oh, he in the Super League. Yeah, he make, yeah. He in the Super League over there. He make, but that boy gonna watch. That boy, he gonna, he talking about the Heat were high on Marcus Williams. Man, I saw that dude. I like the way he play. You know how he one of them guys, like one of them guys gonna come back over here and play a year or two, and then they're gonna stick with a team like that, like one of them little guys. They like Alvarado and them. What he one of them kind of guys. He gonna be all right, and then he might go over there and be a bust. So but I like the way he played. I didn't know he was that good. That's the point I'm trying to make until I saw him. I watched a whole lot of summer league basketball this year. And Jimmy, I'm excited about the high school, but I mean that 25 class. I want to see what they're gonna do in college.
What
I
you
want to
mean?
see what they're gonna do in college.
Oh, you about to find out in a minute.
Oh shit! Right around the minute they've been having. Wait a minute. When did them secret scrimmages start? They start soon, don't they? The secret scrimmages start very, very soon. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
it.
So that's
Hit,
the
do, hold up. I got one for you. Let me put it up on the screen. Yeah, you know, Ryan, that man gonna mess with you about baseball until you say something.
this game here ain't over. What do you mean? 3 out of 4. It's the the
Yeah, this
Phillies gonna
game
be
ain't
all
over.
right.
Hey, man, why the Yankees been getting their head tore off like that?
Hey, cause they the Yankees.
Dude, you don't score 23 runs in 2 games, man.
Hey, you see,
Hey,
you see, you see how Guerrero flipped that bat on the Yankees, but when he hit that granny yesterday. You see him flip that bat. You saw he flipped that bat, and they ain't nobody ain't no. I'm surprised nobody pushed back on him and got on him. He flipped that bat, and let him know, look here, take that.
I did not know they was that good. Tremont Mark got another year left. You got to be at your rabbit. Where he get it
That's
from?
what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought he was still at UT. What you mean? Tremont Mark is gonna because you would have heard his name. He's going to get those same opportunities, maybe a two-way deal or something. Unless he and this year he know this a money year
Jimmy,
for
he
him
didn't
now.
play that good
So
last year. I don't know what he didn't play that good last year.
he was no, but I mean he was battling once again. It's like Tremont Mark been doing it for 2 or 3 years, battling injuries. He has to remain and get healthy. If he gets healthy, he's a lefty. That's a good sidewinder that can get up in there and So we'll see how it goes from at UT on the on the coach this year. So a new head coach.
Man,
And shout out to Rodney Terry. Rodney Terry
where he
is
at?
on the ESPN network. He picked up about 20 to 25 games this year he's gonna call. And plus he's a scout with the New Orleans Pelicans. So shout out with RT. They give him something to do to keep in the gyms and not spend his own money. So that's great for him and still get his check from University of Texas. He get to go in the booth and call some games, which that's the
Man,
new
why you
thing
had
now.
to
That's
mention what the man get a check from? Still get a check from? Why is that important?
There's yeah, well, he not spending his own money. His money that's already in his pocket. He not spending money. He not taking money out of his pocket, and he still gets to go and watch basketball and talk about basketball. That's a great thing for a person that actually that still has a love for the game of basketball. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah, hey man, I'm looking at this University of Texas website. These folks crazy, man. Hey, they off the chain, man. I got to go look at. I got to go look at it again. But y'all, let's get out of here, man. Whatever you
yeah.
don't
So
don't crack.
lastly, of course, we as promised, I told you guys I was giving you the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic. So what I do is I'm going to release that schedule on rcssports.com. It's too many games to name, and this is this thing right here. Of course, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm holding it the wrong way around. That way you can't sneak and see it so far, but I'll let you see it, and that way now
We can't see it.
you guys can go and take a sneak peek at the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic, which is uh, Wednesday, November the 26th. Wednesday, November the 26th at Seed King High School.
What
That's
about
your
the
schedule.
what about the season opener?
The season opener, we got that one right here. And that schedule right there is for you. Everything is ready to roll for you. Now you can see that one. There you go. There you go. There you go. Of course,
Now,
Friday
I'm
night's
trying to see.
action.
I'm trying to see who I want to see.
Friday night is going to be highlighted with a showdown between Second Baptist and Friendswood. They feature the top two point guards in the state of Texas, two of the top in the country. They're going head to head as 11th graders, Friendswood, Second Baptist. Then, of course, on
Wait, whoa, whoa,
Saturday,
whoa, 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 whoa! Help me out. In the country,
two of the top in the country. Yeah. I didn't say the
What the
top
other
two.
kid is a top in the country? What?
Chase, yeah, Chase Richardson. He's one of the tops in the he's one of the tops in the country. Depending on what you stopping the number at. Al. He's a guy that means if you're a point guard, and especially if you white and you holding high major offers in the 11th grade, they're committable and they legit, and everybody's stamping on, put the stamp on you. That means you're definitely one of the tops at your
What
position.
committable offer he got?
Adam, this young man
I
has
don't
several.
know, Jimmy. I don't know nothing about this boy.
Several committable
I
high
ask you a
major.
question, just give me the answer. If
I
you
don't want to. I don't call one school out, calling the other school out. We'll let one of those guys that's watching right now. They'll put some out, some of the offers that he has
okay,
out
just
there.
say you can't answer, but you can talk about it, but you can't answer it.
I'm just vaguely getting. Hell, I'm not in that business no more. Don't forget that. So that ain't
Well,
my
if you're not in
concern.
the business no more,
I
what
know,
stop you from saying
So
it?
I can no, I can say it in general. In general, he has several committable high major offers.
And all I
Yes,
said is what because I don't know him. But Adam, I just saw him first time I ever
that's
seen
like
him was this weekend.
that's like Reese Austin has several committable
Well,
high
I
major
know what
offers.
Reese got. People all over the country have been calling me, asking about Reese. Ain't nobody called me and asked me about this kid. That's all I'm saying. And,
There goes
and you
somebody.
say he wasn't
Somebody
the
put him on
best in
there.
the state?
Somebody just put yes. Those are yes. Them dudes are yes. Both of them. Both of them. So that means Houston, you want it, you got it. You got number one versus number one A versus number one B. You got it. November the 14th. Both of those guards, Hatter, are just that good.
I know one of them is that good, Jimmy Hicks.
Because you paid. That's no the reason because you paid attention to one. You haven't paid attention to the other one yet, and it happens.
No.
All
I
that
just
don't happen the
gave you
same day.
my. I said people all over the country been calling me, telling me about one. Ain't nobody called me and asked me about this one. That's all I'm
Guess what?
saying. That's
Guess what?
all.
You know what's so funny? We
That's
just
all I'm
talked.
saying.
Guess what? This reminds me that I'm glad I just brought this. The same thing happened to this right here. Everybody around the country knew this dude right here.
Yeah.
Everybody
Uh-huh.
nobody knew this dude right here. Didn't know that nobody. But John Urie, he played for John Urie, and that was the only mouthpiece that he had. The similar situation, Hatter. So guess what? They gonna go and people say they gonna go at it. They gonna go head to head, and that's gonna tell you a little something. That don't mean who's the best. That means they get a chance to
I just
test
want to know
their
why
skill.
people just can't answer questions. But people can't even
Somebody
ask
just
a damn question around this
the
place.
answer.
Why y'all so defensive in this city?
Somebody just gave you the answer, and you ain't supposed to put it on the thing.
I
Somebody just gave
see
you the
that. I
answer.
ain't talking about. I'm talking about you. I ain't talking about him. How in the hell he know?
I'm
So I'm supposed to put that. How the hell he know? Okay. So whatever big coach tell me from now on, that's what I'm supposed to go. Let me put it on the. So this is your gospel, because it ain't mine. I got to check for it myself.
these are some names for you to check for yourself. That's what I'm saying. So those are believable. I can believe that. I can believe that Notre Dame offered him. I can believe Nebraska offered him. I can believe that Arizona State offered him. Those are not blue bloods. I can believe that. Yeah, I can believe that.
Just something didn't sound right. Something about your answer didn't sound right to me. Just something about it. I don't know. I'm gonna
Something
leave
about
it
the
there.
answer. Something about the
Yeah.
answer didn't sound. What sound right is that I was ignorant to the actual names of the colleges that had offered the young man, because I don't play coochie coo and follow around with the kid. Who you got your offers from? I don't. That's not of concern of mine anymore. So that's where it started from. You asked me who gave him the offers. So I say he got a. So that was the thing. You asked me to double down and pull back with specify. I say he got a
What is a
few high
cool
major
offer?
offers.
What in the hell does cool offer mean?
It depends on the context of which they use the word
Hold on,
cool.
hold on. I'm
Some
just saying.
cool
Somebody
can
just put.
mean cool.
See, Jimmy. If I go by what these dudes saying, a cool offer. What is a cool offer? What that mean?
That's depending on the text or the context of the person. How they saying it. Cool can
I'm
mean
asking
cool.
him. So you ain't never heard of a cool? What? Hold on.
Yes,
In
it
your
can mean.
context, what it
It
mean?
depends on how you use it.
In your context, what would you say?
I'm saying, man, he got off from Duke, man. That's cool. That's a cool one right there. I'm saying, all you can say a cool offer of a school has cooled on you. That means they had been on you, recruiting you, and offered you, and they've cooled on you. Well, hell, ain't nobody been hot. We talking about 11th grade to slack up and go cool on him. They just turning the fire up. So it can't possibly mean that they went cool
All
on him
I'm
like they
saying
went
is,
cold.
I got to see more. Yeah, I got to see more. Because I ain't never seen him play but the other day. And I have to see more. That's all. That's all. Because when you
I mean,
I notice I didn't say nothing. Hold up. I got him because I saw him. I got him on my list that he can play. But you said when you get to saying somebody's one of the best in the state and
yes.
and talking about in the country, no matter what
I
number you
say
talking,
one of the I say one of the best
I
point
got to
guards
say I got
in that particular class. Yeah. So you gotta
yeah.
realize point guard list, one of the best can go down to like 30 kids. They go 25, 30 deep on ESPN. When you go search through point guards. They have a list of your name on there, you're gonna consider yourself one of the best.
Somebody
They do it by position.
when hold up. I mean, no, I'm glad I'm Robert Hatter, man. I ain't gonna let nobody tell. I got to see it myself. And when you tell me now, I'm gonna look at him. The next time he play, I bet you I'll be there.
Well, November the
And
14th.
notice, not one time have I said, Michael Jordan, did anything come out of my mouth saying somebody can't play or not? Somebody text me, he can play, Rob. I'm not listening to what you say. The guy who just texted me, I ought to call your ass out on the screen. I'm telling you, when you tell me somebody's one of the best in the States, and I watched the game yesterday, I'm glad I go look at the games myself. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm glad that I went and looked at the game myself. Because if I listen to some people, man.
Well, just remember this now. We talk around the chop shop. It was just 7 years ago. Wesley Yates was at Beaumont United and had a spurt where he scored 4 points. Then 2 games later scored 6 points. Then came back and scored 4 points again. And if a person had went to that game and saw Wesley Yates, what they'd have said about him. Oh man, I went to that game. I can't see it. Well, okay. Some kids once
Hey, excuse
they
me, sir. I'm trained to do this shit. So I know what I'm looking at when I walk in the gym. I ain't gonna never walk in a game and see Wesley Yates score 4 points and say he bad. I never have and I never will. Say that about somebody else. I'm trained to understand this shit. So I sit and watch. I just don't see that. That's all I said. I can't see it. What I'd say, I'm going to see it again.
and
You
guess what?
trying to justify something. If it
This
ain't
ain't
your
this.
fight, just stay out the fight.
But this I'm saying.
For some reason, you're fighting.
This
For
ain't
some
your
reason, you're
first.
fighting.
This ain't your first time, and it won't be your last time saying about a kid. And later on, you come back on the show a month later. Man, I changed my mind. That's my nephew now. I didn't see it before. It happens. So that's all I'm telling you. Just okay. I say that all eggs don't hatch
So
in the
what you
same
telling me
place.
gonna happen? What you telling me gonna happen?
I'm telling you, you go and see this
No, no,
kid
no, no,
play.
no, 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 no.
You go see this kid play. You're going to be impressed. You're going to say, "Oh,
Hold
I
up.
see now.
I'm impressed
I see."
now. He made a move the other day. That most kids couldn't do. I'm impressed. But you said best in the state.
I say
You
those
said
two.
one of the best in the country.
I said those two
No.
guards.
Okay. I
I
just didn't
said
see that.
those two guards.
But then, hold up.
Those 2 point guards, as people try to identify and narrow down. That way you don't slide a wing guard or shoot. Those two playmakers
Wow.
are the two best in the state
Okay.
at their grade.
Okay. All right. I got you. I got you.
And so,
That ain't how it sound in the beginning.
yes, what you mean? I didn't say. What do you mean? I didn't sound again. I just marketed a matchup on a basketball game in the
You're
beginning, and I
contradicting
say
yourself.
you guys get to come see the number one and the number 1A and number 1B guards go head to head showdown. I just said that at the beginning. I marketed that game. I said it's the game to see. The game to see, and I pre-led into that, talking about LJ Cry and
I ain't talking about that.
Jamon Mark. And then I went from Kendrick Davis to Quentin Grimes before all of that and led into that. Well, now it's back. You get a chance to
My
get one of them
thing
showdowns.
is, my antenna went up when you said you, the best guards in the state, and one of the best guards, two of the best guards in the state, two of the best guards in the country. Hold up, because you was marketing. So you was marketing. You were marketing. And I said the best. So whenever somebody said one of the best, I got to see it. Hey, I don't care. I mean, hold up. Perfect example. I walked in the gym and saw a player go up and down the court 4 times and knew he was the baddest dude in the gym. 4 times. And now he might be one of the top 5 picks in the draft next year. I'm just telling you, I know what I see when I see it. I just got to see it again. That's all.
Here's a difference. Here's a safe space.
I don't want to be
so
safe.
You understand? No.
I ain't trying to be safe.
You're trained. You are trained, like you said. Mm-hmm. You are a professional at identifying pros. I'm a professional at identifying Division I high major basketball players. That ain't got to be a pro. So it's a big difference. So right now,
but when you say he's one of the best in the country, he got a chance to be a pro.
Yeah, no, okay, it could be. What if it's one of the worst classes ever? What if it is? He's still somebody got to be the best.
If she had a scrotum, she'd be my
okay, but but still though, somebody got to be magna cum laude. If no matter what the class consists of, the GPA, somebody got to be that.
I just didn't understand.
That's all I'm saying.
I just didn't understand it, man.
Some people think just because you're one of the best, or you maybe the best, or you may be a red ant, that it automatically doesn't justify constitute the transfer over to a pro. That's the thing. Okay. Reese Austin is projected to be a professional basketball player in the NBA one day. That's a long-term trajectory. Right now, this kid ain't. He's not. Yeah. But right now in high school, Ray Penn, remember, hold on. Same thing, I go back to this. Back then, this dude right here was projected to be an NBA player when he was in high school and going into college.
I never thought that about Tommy.
No, Hatter.
I said I never.
Hatter, he you understand?
I never thought that about
Tommy. He would have, he would have and could have made it. It wasn't basketball.
Jimmy, you ain't hearing me. I never thought that about Tommy.
Well, guess what? Nobody said. Nobody besides John Urie declared that he would be a pro.
Yeah, he ain't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So that wasn't even the expectations of him. But now,
Jimmy, if you hadn't said what you said, I wouldn't have said nothing. I was good. I'm sitting there minding my business, and I just want to know who that damn good. And then you said, and I said, wait a minute now. Hold up. All I said was, and you're not listening, so y'all get too defensive. That's why it bothers me. All I said was, I got to see more. What's wrong with that? I didn't say he wasn't good.
I told you that you will see more on November the 14th. What are we talking about? I just said. So what do you mean? I got to see more. You're not going to see more.
That was my argument. You're the one putting out that time.
What you didn't say in co-marketing with me to say, I can't wait to see that. You saying them two going, I can't wait to see that.
I don't see it.
I'm gonna be sitting right there courtside.
I can't say that about you. I can't say that about him because I didn't see that. I didn't see that the other day.
Okay.
I didn't see that. I got to go by what I'm saying. You gonna Jimmy? I'm not Jimmy.
So now you're going back what you saw. You just said I got to see more. When do you want to see more?
Hold up.
You don't want to see more on November 14th? November the 14th.
What I saw Saturday just didn't add up to what you said. So I'm not that excited. I got to see this matchup. That's why I asked you the question, because I said, who is the other guy? I said, who is the other guy? That's what I told you. Who the hell are you talking about? But to you, it's like that. So it's okay. I told you you're getting defensive because you're trying to take. I'm not gonna say what you want me to say. I got to see him some more. And I hope I hope
No,
y'all done
okay.
splice this out.
I asked.
And
I
young
asked.
fella, listen to
But
me,
I asked
man.
you. I asked you the
Hold on, let
question.
me finish,
When
Jimmy.
you
Young fella,
win?
don't let these folk put young fella, don't let these folks put that stuff in your head. Now, one time I didn't say nothing about that you. I just said I didn't see it that day. So guess what? I didn't understand what the hell he talking about. That's all. That's all. I didn't understand the hype. Now, I guess I still don't understand the hype, but I understand why you hyping it up. Because you feel that he's one of the best guards in the country and in the city. And he going
No.
against another best
I,
guard. I just ain't seen that yet. And until I see that, I'm gonna go by what I say,
so,
not what nobody else say.
so
Is
you
that
haven't.
all right?
So
Is it all right?
understand?
I ain't
I want
stopping
to
you from
clarify.
thinking the way you thinking.
I want to clarify. You saying you haven't seen that he's one of the best 11th grade point guards in this city?
No. I seen it one time, Jimmy.
In this
So
city?
I seen it one
He's not
time.
one. Listen, one of the best. That means you could be the 10 deep. You saying he's not one of the 10 deep
I
best
didn't say
11th
see
grade
that.
guards?
And hey,
I say
see
one
there,
of the.
Jimmy,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
sit over there and thought of that ignorant ass. Jimmy, that would
That,
Jimmy,
dude,
think about what you just
that's
said.
what you understand what you're
Think
saying.
about what
Understand what
you
you're
just
saying.
said. No. Just stop and think
Adam,
about what you just said.
Adam,
You over there
Adam.
trying to convince yourself about me. I'm just telling you,
This
I
ain't
didn't see
no,
that
this
when
ain't
I
a
saw this boy.
this no, that's what I'm saying. You saying he didn't see that. I'm saying on what level? Because once again,
I don't care about
you just
excuse me, before you came on the show, you came on the show, because you super late. I told people, I can't tell whether you're mid major, level one, level two, going to college. I don't care. That ain't what I'm talking about. But when you can't do one of the best in the freaking nation, guess what? I didn't see that in that other day. And I don't care what you
so you
say
didn't see
and what
so
nobody else say.
so you okay, so now you cut it off at
No.
that. So
I
you didn't
just
see
didn't
the
see that.
destination. Okay, so what? Guess what? Leave that on the side for you yet to be determined.
I'm
That
not.
won't be
That's what you
proven.
started
That
out with.
can't Heather, that cannot be proven to you until next summer. Because that's when he's gonna play against kids from the nation. Their Friendswood ain't going out of the state, so you will not be able to determine that
Hey,
until next
I got
summer.
time.
Meanwhile,
I
okay,
got time.
meanwhile, no, okay. So now,
I got
meanwhile,
time.
what you can determine, and you can get to see those other two if he's indeed one of the best two point guards are going head to head in this city in 20 that's 11th graders. That's what you can be able to tell.
Yeah.
And number
And I like
two,
how you said
possibly
11th grade.
possibly possibly in the state, because you will probably have seen enough point guards either coming through different events, Houston or
You know
whatnot,
what?
so you'll be able
You
to
know
see
what you're
that.
doing, Jim. You're making it act like I'm not. I damn. You're trying to put it like somebody gonna take this and they gonna splice it and they gonna sit there and y'all gonna talk about it. But let me tell you something. All I said, I responded to what you said. I was ready to get off this damn show 30 minutes ago because I've been on this bit since 12 o'clock. I was ready to get off. But when you put something like that, I'm going to question it. When somebody said, two of the best guards in the country and two of the best guards in the state. I said, who? I want to know. And then I saw who it was when you put the thing up there. I got to see more. That's all.
So
Ladies and gentlemen, I
you
have to
will
see
see
more.
on what date? What date you got to see more
I
on?
don't. Whenever I see him again, I got to see him again. Maybe I'll go to Friendswood and go to practice.
So so you gonna see him play against the JV players and the bench
No,
players,
I
and you'll
just
be
want to see him
determined
play
then?
again. I did. I
Oh,
showed. What shit? Who we played against the other day?
no, you saying you say you
Who we
got to
played
see him
against over there the other
again.
day?
You say again, how do we talking about the future? I say when you gonna see him
I want
again,
to see
November
the
14th.
player again,
You say you're
Jimmy.
going to
I
Friendswood.
want to see the player again. I don't have. I can go and watch him in the gym and know how good of a player. I want to see some more because my expectations weren't high when I went to the gym yesterday. When I saw him in the gym yesterday, I didn't have no expect. Now, with that best you said, my expectations gonna be very high every time I see this boy. Every time I see him because of
Well,
you.
well, that's
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 all.
a good thing. My
That's
thing
all.
is this.
That's all.
My thing is very
Thank you.
simple. So
Thank you,
thank you for doing everything that you could purposely not the
man.
14th. That game at
Go
8
back
p.m.
again. Go
on
back
that Friday
again.
night.
Hold up.
That's that's
Go back
that's
again and
that's
repeat
that's
that.
all.
Go back and repeat
That
that.
thank you.
Okay. For
Well,
what?
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for doing everything in your power to avoid saying what you know I wanted you to say. Because you said I ain't gonna do what you want me to say. I ain't gonna say what you want, and that is I'm gonna be there to see that game on November the
Oh,
14th.
I'm gonna
You
be
said
there.
I was
Oh,
seeing that.
hell no. I don't
That's all. I'm gonna
that
go to
ain't the
Friendswood
issue.
and see him. I see
I'm
him
gonna be
later
there to
on
see
next summer. You said so. That's all. That's the thing. So once again, guys, if I'm promoting this fight, I'm supposed to say they the best two fighters in the damn world. I'm a damn fight promoter. So I get a guy telling me that other fighter, I can't believe he ain't worried of that. So that means he's
I
basically
did
telling
not
y'all,
say, see
hey,
now?
no, no, no,
Hey,
no, 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 no. You
hey,
said
I'm off the
you,
screen.
you didn't
Cause
know, you
now
didn't
you're
say
lying. Now
no,
you're
I ain't what
lying.
you mean. I said you
I
said
never
I ain't
said that
seen
guy
enough.
wasn't that what he was.
I
No,
wasn't
no, no.
convinced.
Excuse
You
me.
said
I
you
don't
wasn't
do young
convinced.
players like that like you do. I don't do
You
young
said you
players
wasn't
like that.
hold on. Did you just not say
I
you
don't
wasn't
do young
convinced?
players like that.
You
I
say
just
you
say I
saw him
haven't
and you
seen
wasn't
it.
convinced. You say you just saw him and you wasn't convinced,
I wasn't
quote unquote.
yes. And what I said,
So
I
that
got to
means
see
you saw
more.
the fight. That means you saw him and he's not. That means you saw that fight. That means that I saw that fighter.
Man, it's
Yeah, I ain't
something that
convinced.
was triggered inside of you tonight, today, and it's beyond my comprehension right now. Because I'm sitting there
What
saying, what
what
the
what
hell
was
is he
what was
talking about?
triggering what's triggering inside me is very simple. And I explain to you guys, I explain to you again. This is all I do for a living right now. So if I'm trying to pump up my event and ain't got to the second day yet and get interrupted while I'm still on the end of the first day, and I'm telling y'all this is the game to go see. This is the best you're gonna get. And if my job is a promoter, if you come there and it ain't, then I did a shitty job. But if you miss out on it because you didn't come and you wasn't told about it and it wasn't promoted and marketed to you. I'm not doing no radio advertising. I'm not doing no TV commercials. It has zero sponsors on this thing. I
Oh,
gotta
what?
split
Hold
every
up,
penny.
hold
Oh,
up,
no,
hold
no, no,
up.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no.
no, no, no. I
You're
gotta
going
put
too
every
far, man.
penny out of my out of my pocket for this stuff. Now do. I don't use Peter to pay Paul. I take care of everybody and I feed damn good in my hospitality room. At this event. There's no event that feed better in this state than this event right here. So you guys understand, you know that. So when I go and trying to promote my stuff to get interest in it, that means I'm looking, and especially so I'm explaining to you, take it and say, okay, well, we're gonna check that out. I'm gonna go check that out then. I'm gonna see if that kid gonna be, if he's what Jimmy said he is, or I'm gonna see if this matchup gonna go down like it go down. Guess what? On day number 2, it's a Tascasita and Seven Lakes going at it. Ain't neither one of them teams ranked in the country. Not a single one of them ranked in the country, but they the best we got in Houston. And so guess what? If they the best, two of the best teams that we got in Houston, two of the best teams are probably gonna be in the state, then guess what? This is the best you're gonna get for your bang for your buck and still get to sleep in your own bed. So you come back on Saturday, catch that matchup. Meanwhile, after watching this past weekend, Westbrook and Summer Creek, ain't neither one of them gonna be ranked in the country, right? But Summer Creek showed some signs. Hey, Boba Westbrook, they the defending 5A state champion. Guess what? That's a game to see on Saturday. That is a definite game to see. So now those games are back to back, head to head. Then you come back. I'm saying Dickinson, they showed some stuff this past weekend at the Super 16. Heights didn't play because of injuries and whatnot. Yes, and they picked up Jameson Bailey from Manville, Coach Bailey's son. Shout out to Coach Bailey, who's retiring at the end of this season from teaching. So, but that's now Heights is a powerhouse. Arguably the best school in HISD this year. Probably on paper right now, yes. Heights is the best basketball team in HID. When the last time that somebody said that Heights or Reagan High School that it was known before then is the best in HISD in boys basketball? That's been a mighty long time since somebody said that going into a season, and you have evidence to show, and possibly later on they got to prove it on the court. So that's what I'm saying in regard to promoting something, especially coming off the heels when you have people's attention, because people paid attention to just this past weekend. All of the text messages, all of the phone calls, people applauding and saying, "Hey man, that's good stuff." You guys know I love that applaud. That's what flies my wings. I love that. That makes me go. The money don't make me go. The appreciation makes me go in this stuff because I've given so much into it throughout a quarter of a century, doing this stuff with boys basketball in the fourth largest city in the country. So yes, damn right. When it comes down promoting an event, yes, every fuse is going to be low, hanging real low when it comes to that, and trying to as much work it takes to put a right matchup together. That's what I'm saying. It ain't easy to put that stuff together and to put it together at the right time. Get a team to play when they really don't want to play. Get them to play somebody they really don't want to play. Convince them why they should do it in such a platform as the Campbell Center. November the 14th, November the 15th is going down. 2 days of action, just like old times. You guys come on out. Tickets for the season the season opener. I think they'll be on the website by tomorrow. You guys can get tickets for that. Tickets won't go on sale for the Hoops Giving Classic. I'll come back and backdoor that schedule tomorrow. You think this schedule is hot? Wait till you see the Hoops Giving Classic schedule, which I put a lot of work in, and it has 10 teams from out of town. 10 teams from out of town. Once again, Hoops Giving Classic, 0 sponsors. 0 sponsors. So guess we got to pay for all the hotel rooms out for all them teams. All them hotel rooms and teams from out of town got to come and stay in. And guess we got to feed them? That comes out of my pocket. And it makes sense. Think about it. If I cared that much or didn't care that much, then I would go and rather get a local team that would possibly get more parents to come through the doors than an out-of-town team that's going to come with 3 parents. But I want to provide a good atmosphere, a good platform, a great platform with so our local teams can get a chance to play against some of those teams, especially the DFWs and the San Antonios and of the world, and they can come without and still sleep in their own bed. That's the thing. Economically, it's a win-win for those parents and for our kids and well as our communities. Because if they see them winning, it encourages them to start staying at their school and buy into the concept. They don't have to go here or there. It ain't for everybody. And so that's the thing. That's why we're gonna get on
First
down
of
with it.
all,
Now,
let me finish because I just, God, that was good. That was good. It's a great diatribe. First of all, I'm the one requested, let's talk about, you mentioned something else, and I said, let's talk about the season opener. I said that. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. I started it off. But when you say something on a schedule, I want to know what the hell is you talking about. I'm not going to I ain't trying to hurt. Matter of fact, people more excited about it when I said it. I just wanted to know what the hell you was talking about. Cause I didn't follow that train of thought. And guess what? And I'm not gonna follow it still until I see it, till I see him again. And that's it. Young fella, keep doing what you're doing. Evidently somebody see it. I just ain't seen it yet. I'm sorry. I did. I saw you once before. I just didn't realize that's who you were. Because you said friends would. I saw you at the at the team camp at U of H. You wasn't the best player on the floor that day to me. Because I didn't even know who you were. You played against Madden Hill. I had never seen him before. But when I walked in the gym, ladies and gentlemen, watched the warm up, and I knew who Matt Hill was in the warm up. That's the kind. I just got a different lens. I'm not. I ain't came on. Jimmy, you should have called me and said, "Man, I want you to market this." I'm talking about what you said. I'm not trying to stop your marketing. I'm talking about what you said about a guy. Now I remember. I didn't even remember him then. So now I got to see him third time. That's all. I got to see him a third time. And and I wasn't talking about not coming to your event. I just want to see him again since y'all said if he this good, I got to know who he is. I got to know who he is if he that good. That's me. I got to know who the top player. But y'all, we finna get out of here. I done been on here too damn long today. I cannot believe I got too much. I did this. But I hope y'all understand. There's a difference between marketing and telling how you look at the game. Don't let nobody stop you from looking at the game
So,
the way you want to
so
look at it.
and and lastly, I just went straight to the high school coach from Friendswood High School. He just texted me this list of some of the committable offers that are on the table for this young man, Chase Richardson. It's according. Thanks, Coach, for sending this. I'm reading up this list for you as we go. I'm not gonna read the whole list. I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna read some of the. I'm gonna read the Power Fives from this, and some of them has been posted on there. And that's Arizona State, SMU, Ole Miss, Purdue, TCU, Maryland, Notre Dame, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Miami, California, Nebraska, Iowa, Central Florida, Minnesota, Oklahoma State, Georgia. Those are some of the Power Fives I recognize
And
from
that's
this
why I'm
list,
not a college coach.
and those are varying angles from schools from all over the country. And so that in other words, if a person has those and they're committable, then you should be or expectations should improve or increase. So that's the measuring stick. You got those. So let's see on November the 14th, we're gonna see, and the whole entire city will get to see what's all these pans being banged about not just Chase Richardson, but about Reese Austin as well. We'll see that way you get to see him, and it's okay, and you go from there. But more importantly, I'm hoping because I'm that those two teams are going to be battling to the final minute or the final second of regulation. And that's what makes, it would beg for a championship play or a game winning play to be made by one of them. And it would create a life lasting memory that could go up in the de facto rafters of a place like the Campbell Center, which has plenty of memories that are that have been bestowed upon us throughout the past 25 years, starting with the Academy National Invitational and on to the Houston versus the Nation and regional playoffs rounds year after year, and of course, capped off by what is now known as the season opener high school basketball showcase. That's at that same very location. Campbell Center, November the 14th and 15th. You guys be there. Just carve out your day. Come watch some basketball. It's
Oh,
gonna be
lay down
popping.
now.
Now,
I done spent
now,
you done spent
now,
40 minutes talking about
meanwhile,
this. Day down now.
mean, meanwhile, if you guys want to, if you're interested in being a sponsor, want to help us sponsor the referees, help us sponsor the hospitality room, then feel free to come on the board, and we will put your name on all of the promotional items. Put your name on all of the flyers. We'll put your logo and your company's information on all of the verbiage and the vocal promotions of this. Just for your efforts to help us to help provide a great platform for these kids. If you're interested in doing so, then get at me and let me know. Once again, there's no sponsor for this event. And in your sponsorship, whatever you got, we'll make it work for you. I don't give a damn if you want to give $100. I'm going to make it work for you. And you're going to get way more than that bang for your buck because of all those parents going to come through those doors and those relatives from all wakes of life. Think about it. From all wakes of life, all economic levels going to come to those doors. And you'll be able to expand the brand of your company for a minimal amount. Come on with it. Let's do it. So that's the thing. So we up out of here. Time to slide down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing. We got gave y'all something today, boy. Y'all get that and run. You won't get
Yeah,
that for a
splice
long
it.
time.
Type it up and
Yeah,
splice it and send it to everybody.
they,
I know y'all gonna be doing some splicing today. I
they,
love
I'm
it.
surprised. Coach wrote that shit down with a pen. That's some long writing. No wonder it took so long to get back to me.
We out of here, y'all. I gotta go. Golly, bye-bye.